afternoon and welcome to the 2013 graduation. Please join me in welcoming senior Bethany Comany, who will sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, once so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome family, friends, teachers, and members of the class of 2013. It's truly amazing to look out and see the number of loved ones who came out to sit in this heat and watch us graduate. It's far too easy to forget how lucky we are to have such a strong support network cheering us on in whatever it is that we do. That's why I'd like to continue a tradition Warren Len started last year and ask the class of 2013 to please rise and give a big round of applause to the family, friends, and teachers who are here to support us today. We couldn't have made it this far without you. Thank you. I think I speak for a lot of us when I say this day still feels surreal. Within the hour, we'll be MHS alumni. And I kept pushing off writing this speech because I knew when I wrote it, everything would feel just too real. So I wrote it like 20 minutes ago, so I hope I'm doing okay so far. Most of us have been in class together for 12 or 13 years now. That's pretty staggering when you stop to think about it. That's about 70% of our lives going to school year after year with the same group of kids. And the odds are, most of us haven't gotten to know each other on a deep personal level, but we've grown up together. We've watched each other grow and develop from immature little 5-year-olds to immature high school graduates. Take DJ and Timmy. A few short years ago, they were middle schoolers who were obsessed with Mountain Dew and Xbox. And look at them today, beginning the path to become officers in the armed forces, protecting this great country. The transformations are astonishing across the board. But in a lot of ways, we're more like those 5-year-olds now than ever before. We're apprehensive yet eager for the future. We're young, impressionable, and full of wonder. And for most of us, we'd still be screwed without our mummies and daddies. Class of 2013, I know you will all go on to do great things, and I can't express how happy I am to have had this opportunity. Thank you again to all the family and friends here, and welcome to the 2013 Medfield High School graduation.
Members of the school committee, selectmen, other town officials, clergy, faculty, parents, family, friends, and finally, members of the class of 2013, good afternoon. It's my pleasure to address the graduating class of 2013 once again as your superintendent of schools. Your class holds a special place for me in that you entered kindergarten in my first full year as the Medfield school superintendent. Therefore, I'm gratified to once again look out at the graduating class and see so many familiar faces that I've had the opportunity to keep a close eye on over your school careers. Today is a chance for me to report to our community on your accomplishments and to give you a bit of advice before you head off into the larger world beyond Medfield. I'm happy to state that I have observed that you have taken full advantage of the educational opportunities that the community of Medfield has so generously provided to you. Collectively, your success has continued the tradition of excellence established by many years of prior graduating classes. You've studied hard in the classroom, and those results are evident to any objective observer. You have been blessed to have been taught by the finest group of educators in this country. In fact, we know this because the state of Massachusetts has been acknowledged by many, including President Obama, to be the one state that consistently leads the nation in educational achievement. And we know you are leading in Massachusetts. Just recently, both Newsweek magazine and U.S. News World Report have ranked Medfield High School as the number 259 and 252, respectively, in their analysis of the top American high schools. This is out of an estimated 26,000 public schools in the nation. You've been provided with the opportunity to excel, and you have achieved much as a result of your efforts. Many of you will be attending the finest post-secondary education institutions in the world in the coming fall. Beyond the classroom, you've achieved great results in a number of other areas. You've played hard in athletics. This spring, all of your teams made the state tournament, and you've won a number of state championships over your high school experience. But how about those girls? Completing the seemingly impossible consecutive state championships in lacrosse, soccer, and basketball. Others of you have excelled in drama, music, and other fine arts. For example, your nationally renowned jazz band, Even Rock China. Beyond success in academics and activities, you've demonstrated a strong social conscience by acts of compassion, both large and small. You've set the tone at this high school with your leadership and the example to the underclassmen. You've made friendships that will last a lifetime. What I'm very appreciative of today is the fact that beyond our school staff and your parents, this community takes so much pride in what you do. Whether it's been Chiefs Meany and Kingsbury rushing to put together a police and fire escort into town with sirens blaring for the latest champions, or Father Leroy, who annually arrives like clockwork to sit in the front row here at graduation to celebrate your success. This town understands the need to support you. As you walked in here today, you likely didn't notice a small granite bench that's right over there next to the track entrance. It's a bench that symbolizes what this community has been about for so many years. It's dedicated to a good friend of mine named Larry Dunn, who died much too young 8 years ago. Many of you may know his wife, Jean, who was an instructional assistant at Dale Struhl for many years. Larry was part of a group that back in 1991 that together raised the funds to put in the field lights that you played under for so many years. Since Larry, there have been so many others. Nugent, Goldens, Bonfatti, Carter, Moss, Tapley, Schilling, Kelly Lavin, Kramer, Kennedy. I could go on for a long time and still leave out a lot of names from this list. These people have volunteered countless hours that have resulted in the installation of this field, that track, those bleachers, that press box, the fields on the other side of the building. Beyond them, there were unnamed hundreds in groups like the Medfield Coalition for Public Education or school CSAs who have volunteered to support our efforts. Then there are those who have supported us to build those schools and supported the numerous budgets and overrides that have funded the great programs that you have taken advantage of over the years. It makes all of us proud. You have truly accomplished so much what this community has provided to you. But now it's time for that last bit of advice. Many times, Larry and I had the time to sit and talk over the years, and I would complain about some issue with a student, usually one of his boys. And he would tell me with this little smile on his face, "Now remember, Bob, you don't want them to reach their peak in high school." He was absolutely correct. So this is my greatest hope and advice for you today. You've accomplished so much, and I'm so confident that you are now well prepared for what lies ahead. But I, like Larry, don't want you to have peaked in this high school. Take full advantage of the opportunities ahead, push yourself further, and help contribute to make the world a better place in the same manner that so many in this community have worked so hard to do for you. In closing, I'd like to wish you the best as you strike out in the next challenges in your life. And as superintendent, I congratulate you on behalf of the entire school system for your achievements. Thank you.
Oh no, just lost that. My fellow classmates, distinguished teachers and administrators, friends and family members, opportunity is like opening a puzzle box and seeing all the pieces, but having no idea how they fit together. You have no one to sit there and tell you how to put them together. You just have to figure it out on your own. That first day we walked through the doors of Medfield High School, we were each given our own pieces of the puzzle, and it was up to us to find out how to put them together. 6 years ago, I thought I knew exactly how my puzzle would come together. As a naive sixth grader with dreams of playing college hockey, I applied to private school because I thought my greatest opportunities lay somewhere other than in Medfield. Looking back, I realized that I could not have been more wrong. The opportunities that I would have missed out on by not being a part of this graduating class or this high school community are endless. I could not be more grateful that I created a different puzzle, one that has allowed me to stand here with all of you today. Medfield High School is bursting with opportunity. One of the amazing attributes of MHS is that there isn't just one characteristic that puts us on the map. It's not just our athletics, or music, or drama, or student council, or academics that make us stand out. It's everything. It's all of those things combined, like the interlocking pieces that have shaped our puzzle, which allow us to succeed as a whole. I look around at each one of my peers today and can name at least one contribution that person has made to this community over the past 4 years. So you might ask, what is it that we have actually done? The hard part about answering that question is merely deciding where to start. Our student council received the Gold Council of Excellence Award at the MASC conference in March. Our drama club never fails to wow this community with fantastic productions like the most recent Seussical. Our community service projects impact not only our local community, but the entire world around us. Our music programs have performed on some of the biggest and best stages and continually excel at the MICA competition. Our various clubs have given students opportunities to pursue the things that they love, allowing individuals to find their own niche within the high school and beyond. Athletically, we have completed unbelievable feats, both in the Tri-Valley League and at the state level, winning 8 state championships across multiple sports in our 4 years. And last, in the world of academics, we have not only succeeded by state and national standards on the MCAS and SATs, but we have learned crucial life skills such as how to work in groups and manage our time. The crazy thing to think about is that what we have done is no match for what we will do. Our accomplishments at MHS are only the tip of the iceberg for what we, as a class, will continue to do as we move forward. Although we may not be together in the future, we will all find our own paths and definitions of success. No matter where each path leads, we will all represent Medfield High School with tremendous pride. When we gather again at our 50th reunion, I believe that if we add up all that we have achieved individually as one class from Medfield High School, we will have changed the world dramatically. Our potential is endless, and I truly have faith that the wide range of talents of this graduating class will not go unnoticed. My mom is a graduate of Medfield High School, and she always reminds me how things have changed since she was a student here herself. She brought my siblings and I to this town because she knew it was a great place to raise and educate a family, but always says she couldn't have dreamt of the new opportunities we would have that she did not. As a freshman, I brushed her off with a typical teenage, yeah, whatever, Mom. But now, as I am looking back on high school, I understand what she was trying to tell me. I couldn't imagine growing up in a better town and attending a more outstanding high school than MHS. I truly hope that for generations to come, this place just continues improving, making us proud to say it was our school once upon a time. So what does this all mean, and why does it matter? Why does it matter that MHS gave us those puzzle pieces and said, okay, now go? Well, Herb Brooks, the legendary coach of the 1980 U.S. Olympic hockey team, once said, "Great moments are born from great opportunity." I think it is safe to say that as a class, we have experienced a lot of great moments at MHS. Those moments would not be possible without the incredible opportunities provided to us. They gave us the pieces of the puzzle that we needed to grow, learn, and become the people we are today. What we didn't know about those pieces that they gave us back in September 2009 was that they would not only complete our individual puzzles, but would connect together to make one big puzzle. While we each wrote our own story and crafted our own experiences, we came together as a class to leave an impressive legacy at MHS. Over the course of 4 years, we may not have expected some of the connections we've made, but now that we are looking back, it is incredible to see our puzzle all put together and metaphorically lining the halls of our school for years to come. I want to thank all of the people who helped us put this puzzle together. Without our teachers, administrators, and coaches guiding us through these extraordinary 4 years, we never would have been able to connect our puzzle. To our loving families, your unwavering support and guidance will never be taken for granted. I am truly blessed to have been part of the legacy that the class of 2013 will leave here in Medfield. I wish the best of luck to everyone next year. Congratulations, class of 2013. We made it.
Good afternoon, administrators, faculty, relatives, friends, and class of 13. My name is Greg Lyons, and as an unabashed math nerd, I can say for sure that 13 truly is a special number. Mathematically speaking, it is a Fibonacci number, one of only 3 known Wilson prime numbers, and the smallest prime whose digits can be reversed to form another prime. Almost lost the podium there. I'm gonna just take this off. Now, none of that has any relevance whatsoever to the rest of my speech, but when I was struggling to write an opening, I did what any good high school student would do. I turned to Wikipedia. Just so I could check out the sources at the end, of course. Aside from its mathematical properties, the number 13 has fascinated our society for a long time. You might be familiar with movies like the horror film, Friday the 13th, or perhaps one of my favorite Disney Channel original movies, The 13th Year. Yet the big question remains, is 13 a lucky number or an unlucky number? Supporters from the unlucky side would observe that hotels often skip the 13th floor, or that the number even has its own phobia. But if anyone out there actually has triskaidekaphobia, I'm here today to change your mind. Despite all the superstitions regarding 13 as unlucky, Grammy Award-winning artist Taylor Swift considers 13 to be her lucky number, and it is hard to disagree with her. I have recently been informed that she writes it on her hand before every concert performance for good luck, and frankly, if it's good enough for T. Swift, then it's good enough for me. And you know what, class of 2013? I think we have been pretty lucky. We are a class of true survivors. We survived the 2012 apocalypse. We survived the swine flu. We survived graffiti attacks that desecrated our school walls. We survived the house project and the LARP and an entire 6th grade year without a legitimate field trip. We survived the sophomore revolution. Yet, while our luck is indisputable, my fellow classmates, we are more than just lucky. It wasn't luck that brought state championships to boys lacrosse and girls lacrosse, soccer, and basketball. It wasn't luck that won numerous honors in the Boston Globe Scholastic Art and Writing Awards. It wasn't luck that raised thousands of dollars through fundraisers like Putting for Patients and the Candy Cane Sale. It wasn't luck that made our student council a Gold Council of Excellence or brought countless awards to our music programs. And although they did remind us to tell ourselves how lucky we are in Seussical, it wasn't luck that put on such spectacular drama club performances. The list could go on, but you get the point. All of these successes required hard work, determination, passion, and integrity, things that luck had nothing to do with. As we look on to the future and the rest of our lives, we will not be able to count on luck to guide us through the obstacle course that lies ahead. And honestly, I'm not worried. Over the last 4 years, we have had the pleasure of learning at a first-rate institution that is not only the best high school on South Street, but the best high school in Medfield. Seriously though, I doubt that many high school students across the country can say that they have received a better education than us. We have read literature from around the world. We have studied events covering the majority of recorded human history, dating as far back as Mr. Shapiro's first year of teaching. More than just acquiring material knowledge, though, we have truly learned the important things. We learned that you can never rely on any good cookies being left after third lunch. We also learned that there is no greater relief than walking into a classroom and seeing that Marty is your substitute teacher. Finally, we learned that trying to get in the school library without a pass during 5th period is harder than convincing the Secret Service to let you break into the White House. After 4 years, we have come to love Medfield High School as a community more than just as a place of learning. I believe it was the rap artist Kendrick Lamar who said, "You can take me out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of me." And even as our paths take us far from 88R South Street, we will always have a special place in our hearts for the home of the Warriors. Our learning experiences at Medfield High School have made us the people we are today. After 13 years with many of you, I'm impressed at what we have all become. I see a talented and motivated group of individuals, each of whom is going to make a positive contribution to this world. I see future doctors, future lawyers, future scientists, and maybe even some future writers of cliché speeches. Class of 2013, we will be lucky, but it is not because numerical superstition says so. It is because we will make our own luck. We now have the education, the freedom, and the spirit to make our lives what we want them to be. Graduation means that it is time for us to end this chapter of our lives and begin a new one. And graduation doesn't have to be all depressing and sad. Graduation is happy and exciting, and it happens to be the title of my second favorite Kanye West album. I just hope it isn't a bad omen that my #1 favorite is titled The College Dropout. I would like to thank everyone who made Medfield High School everything I wanted it to be. Thank you to all the teachers for giving us a wealth of invaluable knowledge and for making learning enjoyable. Thank you to all of the administrators, especially Mr. McGuire, for making this whole experience possible, and more importantly, for giving us plenty of snow days this winter. Thank you to all of the parents for putting up with us for 18 years and for raising us in such a great place. Thank you to all my friends for being there when I needed you and for inspiring me on a daily basis. Finally, thank you to all my Twitter followers, no explanation needed. I will conclude with a quote from one of my favorite movies, WALL-E. I don't want to survive, I want to live. Class of 2013, we are the survivors, and we may have been through a lot, but there is plenty more to come. I hope that each and every one of you finds what it means for you to truly live rather than to simply survive. So I suppose this is where I would wish you all good luck in the rest of your lives, but come on, we're the class of Lucky 13. It's not like you need it. And besides, if you're going to be successful in life, it will be because you earn it. not because some lanky dude in a blue dress wished you good luck at your high school graduation. So instead, I'll say thank you for your unforgettable 13 years, congratulations, and I'll see y'all at the party tonight. Thank you.
It has been said that life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. Class of 2013, this is one of life's moments that takes our breath away. It is a special moment as it only comes once in a lifetime, and is not only a high school graduation, but the Medfield High School graduation of a very unique and special class. These moments define our lives of who we are as a person and a group, and stitch a quilt of memories made of our individual memories and our unique experiences. In this case, the group is the class of 2013. In fact, you have evolved as a group that can be equated to a beautiful heirloom quilt. In 2000, you entered the Memorial School as kindergartners. 182 smiling faces ready to be quilted into the class of 2013. Each of you represents a piece of the quilt to be sewn together by moments in your 12 years as a Medfield student. Do you remember the first day of kindergarten? Excited and maybe scared? Being presented with new kids, teachers, a new building, or taking the bus for the first time? Your parents' eyes filled with tears as you so confidently, or not so confidently, hopped on the bus or walked to school. A life's moment that took our breath away and enhanced the quilt. You successfully completed elementary school and entered middle school. Another moment, wondering what it would be like to be in middle school with no recess, no morning snack, changing classes, clusters, new teachers, older kids. Easier for some than others. The quilt was being stitched together by these moments, and the design and patterns were becoming defined. Along comes freshman year and the start of high school. Your parents' breath taken away while feeling like they've suddenly aged. So many moments in high school added to your quilt. Academic achievement, state tournaments, music competitions, dance recitals, theater productions, community service projects near and far, overlaid with getting a driver's license, meeting someone special, taking SATs, ACTs, and plan, visiting colleges and feeling the stress of the process. And here we are today, celebrating this moment. The quilt is complete, and 57 new quilt pieces have been added along the way. And there are now 239 of you reflected in this 2013 quilt. The four corners hold your quilt together that can be represented by the memories you share, the challenges you face, the friendships you continue, and the goals you achieve. So what becomes of the quilt after today? Carefully tended, it will be as warm and comforting 20 years from now as it is today. If you carefully tend the memories, share your challenges, keep the friendships, and collaborate on your goals, the quilt will still be there. Still warm, still comforting, still important. There will always be a warm hello and a smile waiting for you from someone in the MHS class of 2013 because you are all a part of the quilt. You have left your mark on MHS, and your quilt will be preserved in our memories by your achievements, talents, and kindness. I have asked teachers and parents to characterize your class, and I heard comments such as spirited, smart, welcoming, social, giving, and cohesive. Congratulations to the class of 2013. Enjoy this moment, and thank you for the moments that took our breath away.
When winter's clouds dissolve into blue sky and the sun's rays gently poke at the earth, our little town of Medfield comes alive again. A few weeks ago, I drove down Causeway Street toward the Charles River with my windows rolled down and my dog in the passenger seat. Her ears flopped in the wind as her nose tried to absorb all the new scents that the change of seasons welcomed. As I turned a corner, a turtle tumbled into the street directly in front of my car. I quickly got out and approached the turtle, which lay upside down on its shell. Picking it up from the pavement, I walked down to the river's marsh and placed the turtle in a safe spot. As I stepped back and stood watching the turtle, it struggled down the slope toward the water, unable to muster the strength to cover the distance. I reluctantly walked back toward my car and drove away, looking in my rearview mirror at the turtle lying in the marsh. But as I drove further down the street, the view of the turtle faded, and I could only drive forward, wondering what may happen to the turtle. His fate was uncertain. But both on that day, as I glanced back and didn't see the turtle, and today, as we glance back at 4 years at Medfield High School and toward the uncertain future, we can be confident that we will continue to make an impact within our communities and the world beyond because of our legacy of excellence that will forever remain unique to the class of 2013. On the uncertain road ahead, we have 239 reasons to be confident. We can be confident of the future because we have memories of victory. We have memories of girls volleyball, girls and boys lacrosse, and soccer state champions, of Bethany Comine and Billy Jensen attracting record-setting audiences at Seussical the Musical, and of the band, orchestra, and chorus programs winning gold awards at national competitions and playing on the world stage. We can be confident because we are innovative. Innovation emanates from Julia Luff's illustrations, Emma Jane Cantor's paintings, and Ali Gold's doodles. It shines from Robert Sylvia's pencils as he masters a physics theorem, and it beats from the bass of Ryan Shelley's remix songs. And it also proves Jamie Blackman's complex yet cohesive literary thesis. We can be confident because we are compassionate, like Ashley Camposano, a volunteer for the Samaritan Suicide Organization, and Garrick Schilling, a proponent of Best Buddies and the voice in the Autism Awareness Campaign, or Aaron Toohey, founder of Warriors for a Cure. We have a heart for serving others, like Mary Ellen Craw, who traveled to Nicaragua to care for orphans, and like Joey Tella, who provided much-needed relief to victims of the earthquake in Haiti. We strive to spread smiles, like Charlie Aversa, who can brighten anyone's day with his wry sense of humor, and like Lily Beardsley, whose infectiously optimistic attitude can cheer up the lowest of spirits. We can be confident because we are self-motivated and dedicated, like Brenna Dorgan, who swims an extra lap so she can place first in a national swim competition, like Henry Dickinson, who rose early in the morning on the Charles, rain or shine, like Olivia Foster, who rehearses her musical numbers until every note is perfect, like Dan Scher, who spends an extra hour on the tennis court to improve his serve, and like Krista Pinciaro, who recovered from 2 ACL injuries and returned to her soccer team as a key player on last year's state championship. We can be confident because we have each other. Loyalty shines from a hug with a close friend or a wave to a new one. Camaraderie fills the locker room before the homecoming football game, and it resonates throughout the gym at pep rally. Unity brings the class together on the dance floor at prom, and it compels us to invite others to the lunch table. Most importantly, we can be confident about the road ahead because of where we've come from. Not only does Medfield High School rank among the highest in the nation for student performance and test scores, but we have the most committed and passionate teachers who know no boundaries in fostering intellectual development and imparting life knowledge. The road we've traveled is where we've learned authentically, wondered profoundly, and explored curiously. It's where we've been challenged, impassioned, and inspired. We can be confident of the road ahead because of the teachers, coaches, advisors, instructors, directors, and mentors that have merged paths with our class and enriched us infinitely. As you drive off into your future, glance into your rearview mirror and remember that though life is as uncertain as a turtle's fate, it holds vast possibilities. Always progress forward toward the uncertain future with your distinct class of 2013 confidence. Your innovation, your passion, your dedication, your loyalty, and our collective identity will lead us all towards personal fulfillment. So embrace your inevitable tumbles along the road. Share your confidence with others. We can't conquer the road ahead or even predict its turns, but we can certainly pull over to help a turtle. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Before I make my closing remarks, I want to take this opportunity to thank several people for making today such a special one for you. An event such as this does not happen without the hard work of many individuals. I want to start by thanking my administrative assistant, Mrs. Mary Jean Ingram, who has spent a considerable amount of time making sure your gowns were ordered and distributed and making sure that diplomas and programs were printed and ready to go. And that's not even half of what she's done. Today's program has her fingerprints all over it. She's worked incredibly hard to make this a special day for you. Please join me in thanking Mrs. Ingram for all her efforts. There are many others who have helped with today. Our maintenance and custodial staff worked hard yesterday and this morning, setting up the staging, chairs, and tents. Ms. Nunes and Mr. Sperling assisted me in making sure the events of this past week went off without a hitch. Ms. Nunes wanted me to be sure to send you her good wishes since she is attending her own daughter's graduation this afternoon and cannot be with us. And let's not forget our senior class advisors, Mr. Adam Coyle and Ms. Karen Reno, for all of their hard work. Once again, thank you to all of you very much. Thank you very much. Finally, I want to thank all of our parent volunteers who have prepared for the all-night grad party. This is a special one that I know you're all looking forward to. So once again, join me in thanking our parent volunteers and also our band and orchestra for all of their efforts. Friends, parents, honored guests, and to the wonderful class of 2013. I am honored to have this opportunity to speak today as the principal of Medfield High School. I've had the unique perspective over these past 6 years. Our paths first crossed in September of 2007. You were 7th graders at the Blake Middle School. I was beginning my first year as principal here in Medfield. My first impressions of you were as follows. You were caring, hardworking, and talented. You demonstrated your care by helping the younger students. Transitioning to middle school can be challenging for some. I remember several of you stepping up to make them feel welcomed at Blake. I witnessed your hard work and stood amazed as you dedicated yourself that year to becoming better writers. And your talents were displayed during your theater performances with Mrs. Porter Fahey. As I stand here today, I'm not sure I can come up with 3 different ways that would better describe you. Many of your accomplishments have been well documented. During your 4 years at Medfield High School, we have received recognition as being one of the top high schools in the Commonwealth. We've had the top MCAS scores in the state, ACT and ACT scores that rank among the highest in Massachusetts, and as we've heard today, U.S. News and World Report recently awarded Medfield High School with its highest recognition, the Gold Award. A look at the colleges you are attending is a virtual best of the best colleges in America. Because of your hard work and commitment, our music department has received awards as being one of the top departments in the state. Many of you have had your artwork displayed in galleries across the region, and our theater society provided many of you the opportunity to shine on stage, which included 2 high-quality productions each year. Finally, during your 4 years, many of you have contributed to 8 Massachusetts athletic titles and over 4 league championships. Among the graduating class of 2013 are more than 10 Eagle Scouts and a Gold Award winners. All have been recognized for your contributions to this community. Among you is a student who was recognized for her hard work by being named the 2012 Medfield Youth Volunteer of the Year. Many of you have donated your time to worthy causes outside of Medfield. For example, one student or family have volunteered in an orphanage in Tanzania. Others have volunteered in Nicaragua, Haiti, and Uganda, to name a few. You have proven to be caring, hardworking, and talented. Many of you who are graduating today have given your time to those in need. One of you volunteers your time to support an organization that provides intensive support to teens in crisis. In an unbelievable show of hard work and dedication, one of you played a huge role in organizing the Special Olympics activities that took place in Medfield 2 months ago. Others have volunteered for organizations such as Best Buddies, Helping Hands, Cradles to Crayon, the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, the Friend and Me program, and the Medfield Food Cupboard. You are caring, hardworking, and talented. How talented? Several of you speak 3 languages. One of our graduates teamed with an underclassman to win the State Science Olympiad competition this year. Many of you have been recognized for your skill in dance, and one of our students holds a black belt in karate. 2 of you wrote novels, another writes for a very popular sports blog in Boston, and several of you have started your own business. You, the graduates of 2013, are indeed talented. Now, I left out the names associated with the aforementioned accomplishments for one reason. Recently, I asked one of you to explain to me why you have committed so much of your time to such worthy causes, and the response was, quote, "We don't do this for the recognition. We do this because it's just the right thing to do," unquote. Our student speakers today have thanked your teachers for helping you learn and succeed. We know that you want to be inspired by your teachers, yet it is often we, the teachers, who are inspired by you. As you leave us today, I ask that you continue to believe in yourself and to believe in your dreams. There will be obstacles along the way, sometimes referred to as the brick walls. I will always remember what the late Carnegie Mellon professor Randy Pausch said about brick walls in his famous last lecture. He said that brick walls are there for a reason. It's to stop those who don't want it enough. Because you care, that brick wall will not be an obstacle. Rather, it will be a gatepost on your way to success. Because you work hard, that brick wall will soon be a distant memory, only to be replaced by the next challenge. And you will navigate past that brick wall by using your many talents that you have developed long before that 7th grade year. My impressions of you have not changed over these past 6 years, and I am proud of who you are and what you've become. On behalf of all of the teachers in Medfield, I want to congratulate you, the Medfield High School class of 2013. I wish you good luck and good health. Thank you. I also want to take this opportunity to congratulate and thank another member of the graduating class of 2013. Superintendent Bob McGuire will be retiring from Medfield at the end of this month. His impact on the schools in this town will be felt for generations. From leading major construction projects to developing a culture of success, Bob McGuire has been uncompromising in his belief that all students can learn, and every decision he made during his years in Medfield was done so with a student's best interests in mind. As a principal in Medfield, it's been comforting knowing that he was always a simple phone call away, no matter the time or day of the week. Bob, I know I speak for this entire community when I say thank you for all you've done, and I wish you and your wife, Karen, all the best in retirement. Congratulations.
Good afternoon, classmates, faculty, family, and friends. I am Kate Latai, treasurer of the graduating class, and I am excited to present, on behalf of the class of 2013, 2 gifts to Medfield High School today. The first is a flagpole to stand in the circle in front of the main office. Proudly displaying the American flag, the pole will both represent our allegiance to our country and serve as a long-lasting token of our class. The second gift is an engraved marble bench to be installed near the outdoor basketball courts, dedicating the courts to Mr. Ken Brackett, who sadly passed away 2 years ago. Mr. Brackett was a beloved teacher, coach, and friend to many of us, and the bench is our small way of thanking him for all he did for our schools. The bench will also be engraved with one of his favorite quotes: "Games are optional, practice is mandatory." We hope the bench will be a physical symbol of the legacy Mr. Brackett left at Medfield, honoring his great passion and dedication. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2013.
Mimi Eliana Borkin, honor essayist. Gregory Michael Lyons, honor essayist. Blake Tyler Brown, senior speaker and student council president. Aaron Ross Cohen, class president. Matthew Richard Murby, class president. Joseph Norman Cadman, class secretary. Catherine Claire Latai, class treasurer. Henry Stephen Gagne, class representative to the school committee. Mary Ellen Grace Craw, student council vice president. Catherine Eileen Cawley, student council treasurer. Rose Joanna Polding Sivright, student council secretary. Thomas James Gianci, representative to the school committee. Catherine Louise Nickerson, student council historian. Joseph Thomas Marie, student council regional delegate. Kara Ann Abicunis. Paul James Adams. Jennifer Christine Albin. Nicole Elizabeth Albin. Ashley Houghton Alemian. Charles Francis Aversa. Catherine Lucy Baker. Sean Christopher Baker. Jessica Martins de Oliveira Bajito. Connor Patrick Barrett. James Robert Basselier. Lillian Sophia Beardsley. Samantha Therese Beckwith. Samuel Mark Berger. Benjamin Paul Burchard. Bikis Bandari. Jamie Ann Blackman. Nicole Ann Blanchette. Thomas Michael Blessing. Tori Elizabeth Bedosian. Nathaniel Thomas Bondi. Zachary James Bonfatti. Stephanie Anushka Borgstein. Alexandra Copeland Ilson Brown. Abigail Elizabeth Brown. Victoria Evelyn Brown. Nicole Grace Busa. Patrick John Visconi. Matthew Andrade Cahill. Damon Panos Calivas. Ashley Miranda Campisano. Austin Kurt Carlson. Alexander Henry Carpino. Matthew William Carabas. Matthew Christopher Casari. Lauren Ray Serrato. Melody Linja Chen. Daniel Sergey Chair. Alyssa Michelle Chofi. Lauren Elizabeth Clark. John Edward Coakley. Michael Joseph Collins. Patrick Ryan Connolly. Carolyn Laura Cook. Sydney Michelle Corrigan. Nicholas David Cosentino. Benjamin David Cox. Kyle James Cuccia. Paul Edward Cunningham. John Patrick Dalton. Patrick Edward Dalton. Brian Richard Demore. Arthur Louis D'Angelo. Jacob Jan Daniels. Brianna Giordani Debre. Nicholas James Darien. Nicholas Louis DeSantis. Zachary Carl DeJordi. Caroline Marie Diana. Henry Clark Dickinson. Michael Ryan DeFiore. Neil Anthony DePisa. Michelle Eileen Donnelly. Carly Marie Donovan. Tyler Jesse Donovan. Shelby Ann Doolitty. Brenna Jean Dorgan. Kelsey Kennedy Dowling. Michael Alexander Downing. Nicole Olivia Downing. Patrick Anthony Droney. Meredith Yvonne Early. Audrey Elizabeth Ensor. Tyler Bernard Etzkorn. Jenna Catherine Mock Faltus. Christopher Richard Farrow. Paul Edward Fisher. Caroline Lisa Forsberg Nays. Olivia Marie Foster. Remington Lewis Fergola. Courtney Heather Frazier. Kelly Ann Gare. Jane Catherine Garofalo. Kelly Eileen Garrity. Brian Moses Gerson. William Wilson Gigi. Elisa Freeman Gold. Abigail Darling Grant. Lindsay Sarah Gersha. Timothy John Haggerty. Connor Angus Andrews Haley. Joseph Brady Harrison. Lauren Beverly Harity. Lillian Elizabeth Heath. Taylor Mackenzie Heidi. Haley Roberts Hines. Thomas Wilder Hobby. David John Holman. Christian John Honan. Sarah Elizabeth Honan. Elizabeth Ann Hurley. William James Jensen. Gina Pathikulangara Joseph. Emily Madison Kafka. Emma Jane Cantor. Riley May Keiss. Lindsay Wells Kinsella. Bethany Ann Comine. Alex Natasha Kramer. Haley Beth Kramer. Keith Robert Lafreniere. Kevin Thomas Lamb. Michael Patrick Lamb. Mia Joy Lavallee. Callie June Lavin. Christopher Kai Lee. John Holden Hartley Lewis. Jennifer Rose Lifsitz. Alexandra Jean Lucchese. Julia Charlotte King Luft. Josiah Singh G. Lung. Jillian Elizabeth Lurie. John Michael Lyons. Allison Marie McDonald. Paul Michael Mahoney. Samuel Scott Marble. Catherine Ann Marichak. Megan Elizabeth McCordick. Megan Shannon Susan McCormick. Alexandra Patricia McDevitt. Colleen Elizabeth McLaughlin. Megan Elizabeth McSherry. Dara Annabella Hamilton Meister. Caitlin Ann Mila. Andrew Maxwell Melvin. Leah Catherine Minal. Bethany Kim Merlin. Jessica Lacey Miano. Demetra Michaelidis. Abigail Kling Mills. Caleb Jeffrey Minsky. Samuel Handler Monack. John Patrick Monahan III. Caitlin Marie Murray. Karina Ann Musto. Jennifer Jordan Gnarly. Alexis Louise Nazraway. April Danielle Nafus. Sarah Pierce Nisbet. Caitlin Marie Noches. Emily Whitpen Ott. Gaetan Joseph Jean-Pierre Ouimet Jr. Catherine Ray Owen. John Michael Papadinoff Jr. Matthew Gerard Pembroke. Nicole Anna Pender. John Thomas Pendergast. James Edward Perry. Anna Lise Peterson. Teresa Eileen Phillips. Fallon Maeve Pidcock. Daniel Joseph Pierciak. Krista Julia Pinciaro. Lydia Sophie Plakius. Anna Jean Poirier. John Gorman Powers. Connor James Quinn. Stephanie Ann Reed. Nicole Ann Reardon. Daniel Bernard Riccardelli. Philip Kenneth Christian Ridley. Lauren Michelle Rimmel. Nicholas Joseph Robinson. Stephen Gregory Russell. Matthew Alexander Russo. Sebastiano Daniele Salvo. Nicholas James Carmine Sorrow. Anna Isabel Swan. Garrick Clifford Schilling. Christopher Thomas Schlesinger. Mitchell Thomas Selib. Emma Rose Scharf. Ryan Richard Shelley. Ashley Shen. Elena Caroline Sisson. Amber Elizabeth Scarry. Cameron Randall Small. Alexander Theodore Smith. Mackenzie Shapiro Smith. Christopher Everett Sutherland. Sarah Ann Spencer. Ryan Michael Spillane. Hunter Lauren Stahl. Jeremy Lyle Stevenson. Ekaterina Stankovic. Kira Stankovic. Henry Adam Stromland. Margaret Cecilia Sullivan. Timothy Walter Sullivan. Robert Francis Sylvia. Daniel Bisoka Tabiali. Julianne Marie Tacconi. Amelia Elizabeth White Tarallo. Joseph Burley Tella. Robert Valeri Tella. Sarah Ellis Tobin. Scott Emerson Todd. Grace Marie Tormey. Erin Ann Toohey. Maria Stavros Tregellis. Anthony James Trask. Matthew Ryan Treast. Devin Rachel Vagoda. Edward Alexander Warren. Craig Andrew Weisenfeld. Amelia Elise White. Evan Robert Wilson. Peter Nathaniel Woodsum. Taylor Ann Worthy. Georgia Beatrice Zimmerman. John Basil Zimmerman. Ladies and gentlemen, Medfield High School class of 2013.
just as windy, I think.
This program was made possible through the generous support of your Medfield friends and neighbors, folks just like you. And thanks for watching.